So I just landed in DC. I have an hour drive, so I thought it would be nice to have a little bit of a, not a rant sesh, but just like a stuff that's been on my mind lately and stuff that I think will help some people out whenever they're looking for work or trying to navigate the freelance space. So basically, I've been thinking about a lot of how students transition from like still in college or recently graduating college and going into the workforce. It is kind of tough, especially if you don't know a lot of people. I think there's still a lot of good resources out there that is a good starting point. Like when I graduated school, I wanted to get into the sports broadcasting space, or honestly, any freelance space, anything video production. So I started off on a website called Ming Entertainment. They're still around today, and they do all the local ESPN cable wrangling, grips, PAs. It's a good way to get your foot in the door for any local sporting events that you have near you. You don't even need to like sports. It helps if you do like sports because you'll know what's going on. Especially for on-the-field jobs, you need to know what is happening with the game so you can be able to watch out for certain things. Get your name sent around locally a little bit, and for these shows that come through, because a lot of these shows do come through multiple times, and they'll remember, hey, I remember this person did a great job. Let's ask him again. You might not even apply to a job, and Ming Entertainment will reach out. Killed it at a handful of jobs, and that I didn't even apply to a job, and then they reached out to me to say, hey, are you available this day? And it worked out. One other website I like to tell people is Staff Me Up. It's gotten a little saturated, a little bit, but it is a good way to see what kind of jobs people are looking for, where they're looking for all these jobs. And also, most of the time, they're pretty transparent about rates. They just say low budget, and then they don't say a rate. So it's kind of like you have to apply and hopefully get a call or an email and see, and then go from there. I really do think it's a good place to know kind of where areas they're mostly looking for freelance specific production. And it's not even just, it's a wide range of different jobs too, in all different departments, but also in all different types of video production. Mainly it's reality TV, but I've seen some sports broadcast stuff. I've seen Ming go through Staff Me Up, I guess, if they couldn't find certain people in certain areas. Also, I see a lot of corporate work on there. So it just depends. It's kind of, like I said, it's good to look. They do have a free version and a paid version. The free version, you can apply to up to 5 jobs a month, but you don't get to put a resume on your profile, whereas the paid version is unlimited amount of job applications, plus you get to put a resume on there. So, and I think it's like $130 or $150 a year. It's not that bad. If you get 1 gig out of it, it'll pay for itself, honestly. That's kind of what happened with me. One other resource I don't really know too much about is called Production Hub. I haven't looked on there in a while, to be honest, but I know other people, especially in Florida, have had very good success with it, especially in the Orlando area where a lot of conferences happen, a lot of client work, a lot of, all those kind of either live streams or just social media talking head gigs happen. I haven't really looked at it too much because I was mostly a Staff Me Up person, but I feel like I almost need to go over there. But you have to put your online portfolio on it heavy, which is good. But for Staff Me Up, you didn't really need to do that too much. The credits speak for itself. The paid version for Production Hub is really expensive. I think it's like $500 or $600 a year, or and that might be exaggerating, but it's still like a lot of money per year compared to Staff Me Up. I think they do have a free version of Production Hub, but I don't know what it gives you. I don't think it would give you a lot, especially compared to the paid version. But still, it's something to kind of look at and be able to at least put your name out there. I think the paid version bumps up your name in certain lists that companies look for. But I really do think Ming Entertainment, Staff Me Up are the 2 big ones, even the free version of Staff Me Up, just to be able to see what's out there, and you can connect with some crewers possibly. One other thing that I've done in the past that I think is good for people that are coming up is that check Facebook groups a lot. Like even the other day, I got a I was scrolling, which I always try not to scroll as much as I used to. But on one of the Tallahassee filmmaking groups, someone asked for lighting rental. They were looking for multiple Aperture 600Ds, and so I commented, messaged, hey, I have a little rental company. I only have one 600D, but we'll, love to do business. So we talked about it. That Aperture 600D is getting rented tomorrow, plus a couple stands, some diffusion, some stingers. So I wouldn't have got that client if I wasn't on those groups, right? That was a very specific example where that person is looking for a specific lighting package or just any lighting package. A lot of the times when you see these groups, if someone posts like, hey, I need a camera person, then it's like 100 comments or all these different people tagging each other, which is good because then you can kind of know who's around that area or who's good, who's not, or, it's less likely to get a job for that because it's so many people commenting on it. I was very lucky that I just immediately saw that posting, commented on it, and of course it's a specific thing. Not many people in Tallahassee, or I think anybody really, has a rental business. So it worked out. Anyway, use social media to your advantage. I know a lot of people say that, but Facebook is kind of like an underrated platform, right? So it's like everybody's going to Instagram and everything like that. Nothing beats Facebook groups where you can scroll through all these different posts that have all this different information. Whereas Instagram, you can like post stories and stuff, but whenever you post, like it's hard to post a job on Instagram on their profile and then be able to scroll back, because then if the job is filled, then it's like that post doesn't mean anything anymore. I don't know. But I've seen other people have great success with it. Usually people post jobs on stories for Instagram than anything. I hope these tips help if you're a new college graduate or new in the industry looking to try to get a start, or like, I don't even know where to go. I hope this helps. Use those free versions of Staff Me Up or even Production Hub. Definitely use a lot. Try to find Facebook groups if you can. And honestly, just to get jobs right out the gate, do that Ming Entertainment thing. People still use it. People are still getting hired. Every week I go to these different cities and the local hires are still from Ming Entertainment, so it's perfect. Even if you don't like sports, I promise. It's just like a great way to get your hands up. Then you can add that to your resume and say, hey, yes, I'm a utility for ESPN. Yes, I'm a utility for Fox, So it's just a good starting and also a fallback job as well. If you need extra cash, it's always going to be there. Anyway, if you found this video helpful at all, please like, subscribe. I want to do more of these kind of talking heads of just me kind of ranting in the car or ranting somewhere else, just of like stuff that's on my mind and that I think will help other people. So hope this helps. I'll see you next time. Thank you.